This is Engineer Spock from engineerspock.com, and I'll be leading you through the course. I've been working with the .NET platform since 2003. I've been professionally architecting and implementing software more than 10 years, primarily based on the .NET platform. I'm passionate about building rich and powerful applications using modern technologies. I'm a certified specialist in Windows applications and service communication applications by Microsoft. And I'm one of the co-organizers of the Moscow.NET user group in Russia. And here's my teaching approach. No fluff, no ranting, no beating the air. I esteem your time. The course material is succinct yet comprehensive. All the important concepts are covered. Particularly important topics are covered in depth. For absolute beginners, I offer my help on Skype absolutely free if requested. Take this course and you'll be satisfied. Today, unit testing is the absolutely required skill which is required from any professional developer. Companies expect from developers to know how to write unit tests, including all the most important topics such as mocking and test-driven development, or TDD in short. This course is all about writing effective unit tests using C# programming language and NUnit as a unit testing framework. Along the way, you'll learn the concepts related to unit testing. This course doesn't cover all the features of a unit. This course is way more interesting. Learning unit testing puts a powerful and very useful tool at your fingertips. Being familiar with unit testing, you can write reliable and maintainable applications. It's very hard to lead a project which is not covered by unit tests. This course is primarily aimed at beginner developers. Some experience in C# programming is required. The course provides solid theoretical base, reinforced by tons of practical material. We start with basics of unit testing. What is a unit test? What unit testing frameworks exist? How to run and debug unit tests? After getting acquainted with the basics, we will get to the NUnit framework. Here you'll learn how to install the framework, set up the runner. Then you'll learn the basics of assertions and the range-act assert triplet. The other key features of a unit are also covered. Running tests from the console, set up and tear down unit tests, parameterized tests, grouping and ignoring tests. Practicing writing of unit tests, it's impossible to avoid applying mocks. I like the word test double more in general, and by the way you'll learn what is the difference between the following notions: test double, fake, dummy, stub, mock. You'll learn how to write test doubles manually. You'll also see a simple example of how to use a mocking framework for writing mocks. I'll use the N-substitute mocking framework for demonstration. At the end of the section dedicated to mocks, you'll get acquainted with two key approaches to unit testing: Classic, or Detroit School, and London School of Unit Testing. You'll separately learn the basics of test-driven development. It's hard to imagine a modern professional developer who doesn't know about TDD, so you'll learn what it is and what it is about. You'll see the red-green refactor triplet in action. I couldn't complete the course avoiding the best practices of writing unit tests, so you'll learn the basic concepts of the modern approach to unit testing called pragmatic unit testing. You'll see what problems static classes and singletons bring regarding the unit testing. They make code harder to unit test. And after that, you'll learn the problem of extracting interfaces just for the sake of introducing schemes for injecting dependencies. You'll learn should you write unit tests for trivial code. You'll learn a lot more in the course. So, in short, the course covers the following topics: basic notions of unit testing, NUnit and its basic features, test doubles, including fakes, dummies, stubs, spies, and mocks, how to write manual test doubles and how to use a mocking framework, TDD, and red-green refactor triplet, and a great number of best practices of writing unit tests. In the end, we will recap what you have learned, and you will try to understand where you have to go further with the intention to master your skills. I'll be glad to see you in the course. Enroll and start learning the unit testing with NUnit and C#.